Welcome back, Otakuans, to another episode of the Otaku Octagon. As promised, this week we're going to be doing a full unboxing of Universus' latest release, Attack on Titan: Battle for Humanity. Last time we did unbox this booster box of Attack on Titan. This time we're going to go ahead and unbox one of the Clash decks, and the Clash deck of today is going to be Levi. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and rip into this Clash deck of Levi next. We got our deck. Of course, we come in with that shiny foil Levi Ackerman Strong Shoulder. And of course, we do have our UGN QR code. So if you do want to sign up, maybe you want to get into tournaments, you're going to get your first Attack on Titan Universus box. Well, go ahead and at this time, use your phone to grab that QR code so you can sign up on UGN. 3, 2, and through. And lastly, we do have a beautiful Attack on Titan playmat. Of course, this is probably better for newer players, just so you can get a good understanding of, hey, where do I need to place my cards when I am playing the game. We know exactly, hey, we're going to be placing our attacks up here. Here's that progressive difficulty as we move on. Our characters is going to come down here with any momentum that we get behind it. Our discard pile, and of course our card deck right below it. Now let's go ahead and open up that Levi Clash deck. Alright, hopping right into it with these Clash decks. Essentially the whole point is, hey, you buy one of these Clash decks, it's already been pre-constructed for you, so you're ready to jump right into a game. So off start, I have my Levi character card. I'm going to be playing with Levi, so my character card is going to go down below. I do have my attacks coming next. Next, we have a positional advantage. We got 2 of those, and of course, whenever I am playing an attack, those attacks go up top, and when I'm playing another attack, it goes to the right of that, and it's going to receive progressive difficulty. So that first attack, only 6 to come in. This next attack, 6 plus 1, so 7 to come in. We do have some foundations, 3 diff foundations. We got more attacks behind it. We got, of course, for our foundations, we have that lethality of Levi Ackerman because we know he's lethal. Next, we got Get Moving It attack. This is coming in at a 8 diff, but it comes in at 11 mid attack, speed with a 7 attack. So it might be useful to bring it in. Levi's Overhead Strike, we do have 3 of those. Line Up the Shot, 3 of those. Failed Rescue. Foundation, again, we have 3. Flight Fundamentals, we do have 4 of these. This attack gets +1 speed, so just something easy to get out on the board. 4 of them, we can always boost up our own attacks, give it +1 speed. It does have a commit cost though, so just keep that in mind when you are putting these out there. You're going to have to commit them to use this enhance. Next, we have 4 Roars. This is just a 0 diff card, so just getting those foundations out there, because as you can see, we have 8 diff attacks. So we need to have as many foundations out there as we possibly can. Skilled Swordsmanship, we do have 3 of those. Traumatic Scene, 4 of them. Ooh, we got 4. This attack gets -3 speed. Again, another commit cost. -2 speed though, so yes, you are losing 1 foundation, but you are subtracting 2 from their speed, making it easier for you to be able to check to block that attack. Strike, Throw, Submit. We saw a few of these in our booster box. This is another attack, 6 difficulty. It is a throw though, so no matter what, if your opponent does manage to block this attack, it's still going to take half damage. And it comes in with a 7 damage. So off rip, they're going to take 4 damage if they manage to half block it. Next, we have the Beast Titan Appears. This is another attack card for difficulty, so it's fairly low, which is a good thing because we have a lot of high attacks. We need to keep those strings up, so we need to have a few low ones as well. We got a Toothy Bite. Blitz, you may spend 1 momentum. If you do, your rival loses 2 health. Wow, just a quick thing that comes in 3 difficulties, so it's a lot easier than a lot of the other attacks, but it does have a 1 low for 3. But as soon as you play this, your rival loses 2 health if you spend the momentum. So you can just use this to chip away at your rival's health until eventually they get low enough for you to finish. We got that Ultra Hard Steel. This one I'm looking at definitely putting in my Toga 3 deck. It is on death and it is a weapon. Single edged sword, especially Crease Forged Blade. So essentially just information about the sword itself. It is a 8 difficulty, but it comes in at an 8 mid for 10. So this is definitely going to be that finisher for my deck. Next we have Against a Tough Bunch. 3 of them coming in. Response: remove after your unblocked attack deals damage, your rival loses 3 health. Once again, just steady bleeding your opponent. I'm thinking a lot of these cards might be very useful for my Toga 3 deck because of course it's Toga, you want to bleed your opponent dry, but of course they also have the death symbol and the weapon attacks. Futile Attempts. Commit. This attack gets minus 3 damage. All right. Mercy. We get 4 of them. Again, just another card to get out there so you have more foundations to be able to play those attacks. So it's 0-0-5. It is a 3 high block, so it probably isn't a great blocker, but it is a high regardless. It's not a mid, so if you do need more highs, this is probably a good thing to add if you're just trying to add more cards to your deck so you can, one, fulfill your blocks as well as filling the amount of foundation that you need to play your attacks. And lastly, we have Willing Recruits. In hand, sacrifice 2 foundations. This attack gets minus 3 damage. I most likely wouldn't use this one. I would use the other one to subtract the damage if I am going to go for minusing damage. Just with that one was a first enhance, so you have to use it at the beginning. While this one, you can wait until later, until you realize, oh, I won't be able to block this. I'm going to go ahead and subtract that damage. But this requires you to sacrifice 2 foundations. So that's the only scary part about it. But minus 3 damage. Well, that is a pretty good deck. It is on it is on death. Of course, the character has air and death symbols on it, but most of these cards are going to have the death symbol so you can play on them. A few of them are on air as well, but a new mechanic with the Attack on Titan set, it does have a more attuned card. So this one, for example, this has air attune. So as long as your character has this symbol, you don't even have to be playing on air, but if your character has an air symbol on it, you're able to play this card. So need to keep that in mind when you're adding cards to your deck, which ones work for you, which one doesn't work for you, because you might have a whole new slew of cards available to you just because they are attuned and your character does have one of those symbols. When it comes to Levi is definitely, of course, my co-host's favorite character in the Attack on Titan series. He has a lot of badass moments when he, of course, attacks the Beast Titan, rips him up into shreds as if he was just confetti at a children's birthday party, and of course, always holding it down for his Commander Erwin. But that, again, was that Clash deck. I probably wouldn't use the Clash deck itself to build and play. Like, say in like a tournament, I'm trying to win the tournament, but there are definitely cards in here that I will add to my already established decks to make them even better, so I can, of course, play in those tournaments and take the dub. So next we're going to do that Mikasa Clash deck, and we're going to see how do they stack up against each other. This one, I'm loving it. It's on death. It's Levi, one of the most badass characters in the whole show. Mikasa also, she in her own right is a badass as well. So let's see how that deck stacks up to Levi. Well, until then, peace.